Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Bernat card to review today. So this is for new cards, I believe, because I don't think I've ever seen this version of the Champions League card. So it's a Champions League Showdown card. So there's the PSG, I guess, versus Red Bull Leipzig game. So now that that is a matchup, it's going to basically be the same thing as the Summer Heat cards where, you know, a card will get upgraded if they are the winning team. So we got two cool concept cards. We got Forsberg and we got Bernat. So we're going to go ahead and check out Bernat, and we're going to be checking out Forsberg afterwards. So with Bernat's card, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at someone that is 5'7", high medium work rates, left-footed with 4-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot. So obviously, the height can present to be a problem from time to time. It really will depend on the situation. But defensively, not necessarily the most ideal to have, but it also means that he will be super, super agile, right? So, you know, if you're using a formation where it's like a 4-1-2-2 or something, you want to have like an attacking-oriented fullback, you could totally do that. In regards to traits, he doesn't have any. In regards to his in-games, he's got 95 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, so it is something that you could improve with the anchor chemistry style. Shooting on the card, he's got 69 finishing, 72 shot power, so if he does find himself in a situation where he can shoot, he could definitely do it, but it's not going to necessarily be like crazy ideal. 91 attacking positioning, so that with the high medium work rates, he will attack if he's, you know, if he has a space in front of him. You mostly notice it when you're using like a 4-1-2-1-2. In regards to passing, his base card stats for passing is fine. You don't necessarily need to improve it. Dribbling on the card will be a noticeable thing that'll be good on the card because of the fact that he is a 5'7" player. So, you know, being agile with him will definitely be very noticeable. This card will not be meta by any means. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, he outperforms this and that. At the end of the day, being a 5'7" player in the left back position is not necessarily ideal. Mostly with fullbacks, you know, you kind of expect them to be at least like 5'10", 5'11" for them to be really good. But it's just an incredibly usable version of Bernat's card, considering the fact that, you know, if you got some of the PSG cards like Idrissa Gana Gueye's team of the season from those objectives, you got the Kimpembe card, stuff like that, some cool link ups there, here and there, is always nice to have. So in regards to base card stats for defending, it is actually pretty decent, but he does have 89 defensive awareness. So we are going to be giving this card an anchor chemistry style because I think it'll make the most sense. His base card stats for physical with 99 stamina, 95 aggression, 90 or 76 strength is also pretty decent as well. But with the anchor chemistry style, it'll definitely improve many aspects of the card that needs to be improved. So I'll show you guys what we will be working with over here with the upgrades to Bernat. So you can see that we're giving him a +4 for acceleration, +5 for sprint speed, a +10 for defensive awareness, which is very, very important. But then you also give him a little bit of a strength boost as well. 76 to an 81 is not necessarily bad. But the big thing with this card, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that his aggression is so high and so is his pace. So those two together with his 5'7" height will play really, really nicely together, right? Kind of like a Conte in the CDM position. You know, if you give Conte the pace, you give him the aggression stats as well as defending stats, he's really nice in the midfield position, right? So will be a similar situation with Bernat's card. Like I said, it's an incredibly usable version of his card. If he were to get upgraded, I really don't feel like you would notice a significant difference in the card. It would only be a matter of changing chemistry styles. So instead of you having to give him an anchor, maybe they would upgrade his pace to a point where you would just give him a sentinel instead, right? So it just really depends on the situation. But the way that we are going to be lined up in game, honestly, we could even totally use the 4-2-2. Wouldn't even matter. But we're going to go ahead and use... You know what? Let's actually use a 4-2-2. I haven't really used this formation. We'll use 5 and 5, 5 and 4, because I like 5 and 4. It's always like the most balanced, to be honest. We'll put Valverde playing in the midfield with Conte. Martial will play up top with Eden Hazard. Actually, no, we'll switch Pozuelo to the right side. Dembele will play up top. Hazard will play on the left side. Okay, cool. So with this, we'll do stay back while attacking cover center. And then these guys, we don't have to tell them to come back. We just want these guys to be on stay central. These guys are going to be on balance just to see what they're like. Pushing forward, coming back in the defensive areas, all that generic stuff. But with fullbacks, you kind of have a good idea of what they're like before you even use them. Like, their stats are very, very similar to how they perform in games. Sometimes with cards like Martial, you have to try out the card in game to see what he's like. But with Juan Bernat's card, it's pretty obvious what he's going to be like in game. He could surprise me a little bit defensively, because of the fact that he has like Conte characteristics, but we'll see what's up with that. The high medium work rates as well as the balance instructions to see what he's like pushing forward and coming back should be an interesting thing to try out. So we'll get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. This guy is gonna rock with a 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2. Ezebu in the team, not bad. I'm kind of curious to see what this 4-2-2 does, man. I haven't really used too many different formations in this game because of the whole gameplay situation, but let's try it out. So you can see in this situation right here, because the 4-2-2 is more of a narrow base formation where you're playing with a left and right attacking mid, if they're on balanced instructions, it'll spread out the play a lot. So you can kind of see that the way that the left and right attacking mids, based off of the characteristics of the players, these players will stick out wide a lot. So you can see even Bernat in this situation, he's just sticking out wide consistently. You can kind of see him right there at the bottom, how he's just really, really sticking out wide. It's the number 14, number 5. Him and Hazard, it's very strange when you use a 4-2-2 with balance instruction because it almost doesn't make sense to do because of the fact that they're both chilling together in the same area. So it's kind of like wasted potential, if anything, you know? Yeah, super, super agile. You can see that the moment I selected him and just accelerating with him instantly is very, very fast. Like just in this situation right here, stops, turn, stop, turn, right? Has very like Conte-like characteristics, right? Both guys went in the tackle over there really nicely too. So Bernat, the thing you could expect from this card, as I was saying before, is a very agile type of fullback, which is, again, is always a nice thing to have, of course. The thing about these types of fullbacks is that if your gameplay is not up to par, it's nice to have these guys because at least you can expect them to be somewhat consistent in regards to movement, right? With the bigger guys, it could be from time to time hard to move with them, right? So Bernat actually moves over here. You see how he sticks to the side over there? Pozuelo will occupy the middle position. Bernat will just push out wide. But again, it just feels like it's wasted space because people don't really utilize the empty space that well in the fullback areas in this game. It's not really like a mechanic thing to do that much, but you could see that even when I lost the ball in the situation, how quickly Bernat actually goes back into position. So we'll see if we can get a nice little flick off over here at Bernat's card. Get the ball there, see what his dribbling is like. Yeah, so it's obviously very, very responsive. So the height that he has and the body type that he has, the dribbling will be really, really nice for the card. And you could see, even when I got possession of the ball, it's not like an emphasized tackle. It's just like, hey, let me make this tackle, get the ball, go forward, right? So in this situation right here, no second man press. He actually pushes the guy. Let's see how fast he goes back into position. So he's running, right? He's not jogging back into position. So the +10 for defensive awareness boost, definitely very, very nice and noticeable on the card as he goes back into the defensive positions. Most fullbacks nowadays, when they get upgraded a certain way, they do become usable, but I just want to see if they carry those base characteristics that they need to have for them to be more usable in the game, you know? Okay, so I just wanted to kind of like go back there to see if he would actually commit that area, which he did. So fake shot, drag back, fake him out a little bit, fake shot stop. Oh, actually almost got that ball right there. Middle run, nice. He actually comes back because of the other player that starts to occupy that position. I think it was Eden Hazard right there, actually. Nice pass. Get that near post angle. Touch again. Ooh. I could have just shot instantly right there. I just wanted to see what it would be like in that situation there. But, yeah, in a 4-2-2-1, you can see that it's very noticeable that he really pushes out to the side over there. But he actually runs back into position if you use him on the balance instruction. So with stay back while attacking, you can expect this card to actually have a good defensive awareness and actually track players. So pretty decent so far. See how I overcommitted one space, but then I was able to instantly go back into that defensive area to defend again. So like I said, that agile presence is something that you're going to notice on this card, right? And you know what? Like I was going to say he's not meta, but because of how the gameplay is in this game, I actually would use him in a team just because he's more agile and he just allows me to move however way I want. Even if he lacks in the physical, at least he's like consistent in movement, which you always want that consistency at the very least if your gameplay's not up to par, right? All right, guys. So final verdict on the Bernat card. You know what this card is? If you want the type of card that will respond well for you if your gameplay's not up to par, get this card. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so small and because he's so agile and because you can just select him and just accelerate into the play instantly, he's actually really fun to use, you know? So like that combo that you can work with is like the Idrissa Gana Gueye Kimpembe Bernat combo where all of the players can perform in whatever gameplay you play in and they're just really good. It's a nice little triple link combo you got working there. But with this card, guys, on the Anchor Chemistry style, he actually performs really, really nicely. The defensive awareness boost on the card is incredibly noticeable. The aggression with the pace that he has is pretty awesome, and you can tell with the tackles that he makes. It's actually really nice too. So if you guys have any thoughts on getting this card, like I said, I focus on FIFA mostly in the fun aspect. So if that's the kind of like squad you're working towards, he's a cool left back to use because he's just incredibly responsive. You know, like if you use someone like Paolo Maldini, sometimes in bad gameplay, he's not really going to move a specific way, you know what I'm saying? But Bernat will be consistent for you because even in that game wasn't really up to par, but he was moving really, really nicely. So hopefully you guys enjoy this review. I'll go check out Forsberg after this one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.